episode 48. So, why founders should keep learning.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, kind of going on from that like growth mindset of December and January, and we're in late January now, like thinking about like one of my goals is to attend 12 networking or seminar style events.
Yeah.
And not all of those will be great.
No.
But hopefully I'll pick some little nuggets of information up and grow personally.
Yeah. It's good that you need to put yourself in those situations. That's why you're saying to yourself, one a month,
Yeah,
go
exactly.
there. You might go to one that's no value to yourself, will you? But then on the other side of the coin, you'll go and you'll go, actually, bloody hell, I met this guy or this lady at this networking event. I got those few, connections or golden nuggets in something what they're doing within their business. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, and sometimes those networking locations can be a bit transactional in the sense that it's people trying to sell to other businesses.
Yeah.
I don't really like that.
No.
For me, it's about listening and learning.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're going to an event in a week or so, this e-commerce retreat.
Yeah.
In, where is it? It's
Gran Canaria.
Gran Canaria. I can't remember the name of the business they're paying for it, and they're taking us and other e-com founders. So that'll be a good little networking opportunity. So that's the January tick.
Yeah, done. Yeah,
I might even try and do an extra one this month and get ahead on the
goal. I like that. Get some runway sorted.
Yeah, well, that's it. I think you've got to do stuff like that. Play the game. Be a tactical thing. You set the goal. Like let's make, like work ahead of it. So this episode, I wanted to talk about James Sinclair a little bit.
Okay.
And like his content and stuff, because I've been to an event in the end of last year and I just wanted to touch on it a little bit. But this is an interesting British business facts of the week. So just 24% of SME, so small, medium enterprises, founders in the UK say they regularly consume business content.
Right.
So like podcasts.
Yeah.
So only 1 in 4. But 80% of high growth founders do.
Yeah, well, there you go.
And the source of that is Santander UK SME report.
Yeah.
So they've obviously asked their banking customers.
Yeah, so it's credible.
It's credible, yeah. And I think, it's, the short of it is it's about you're the average of the people that you spend the most time with, or whatever the quote is. Like you want to be rubbing shoulders with other business owners, and the business owners, by the sounds of it, that are networking, consuming business content, spending time with other entrepreneurial people are the ones that are doing well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no surprise. That fact doesn't surprise me at all. You do see it when you speak to people.
Yeah.
And the things you strike up in common with someone. I'm talking to another business owner at a networking event. What podcast do you listen to? And a lot of them, I listen to this, and I'm getting my Apple Podcasts or Spotify out, showing them what I'm listening to, and then recommending things to listen to for one another. That doesn't surprise me in the slightest.
Yeah, I think this year as well, for me, from a personal perspective, I'm learning all the time. I learn from speaking to other business owners. So I've done a lot of calls in the last 6 months with other. Last year I did so many calls with other business owners where we just jumped on a video call, and I call it like a knowledge exchange.
Yeah.
So there's a couple of guys that I met at that event, and I've exchanged WhatsApps, and there's like 4 or 5 guys, and I'm like, right, let's do a call.
Yeah,
we'll book it in, and out of that, you end up either in a scenario where you form a good relationship.
Mm-hmm.
It's someone that you can bounce ideas off and ask their opinion. They're in a different sector. There's this lad, I can't remember his fucking name now. That's going to annoy me. I'm going to have to check.
Is it the garden guy?
No, different guy. He's a good guy. Tobias Butler. Farming family, but he's set up a self-storage business.
Oh yeah, good.
www.boxed-storage.co.uk. I was chatting with him, obviously storage containers.
Yeah.
Mega business at the moment.
Massive.
Like massively growing, but he's going for it. He's young and he's enthusiastic, and you just get that positive energy, don't you?
Yeah.
When you speak to someone that's like up for it.
Yeah. That positive
drive. You just tell, like, glint in his eye, like he's excited.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, like he wasn't like ADHD nutter like me, but
it's good to feed off that energy as well.
Yeah. Which is what James Sinclair, like, we'll talk a bit about him, but like when I go to those days, some of the time it's the content that stimulates me, but when I went, it's the energy.
Yeah,
and he's just yeah, we'll come into him in a minute, but so I mean, just thinking about this topic broadly speaking,
Yeah.
like, do you think you've ever had periods in your business career where you've been in that echo chamber and you've not grown?
Yeah, definitely. At the early stages of it, up until the last sort of 4 years, probably. That's when I really started. I found maybe 4 to 5 years. COVID-ish time, found podcasts. I was like, what's this? It was like a newish thing, to be honest with you, at the time, I think.
Yeah, business podcast.
Yeah. And I started just drilling into them, and people thought I was weird for listening to conversational podcasts with someone interviewing another business owner in all sorts of random different fields. But you can get a lot of value from it. One, that I think it's inspirational. You're like, oh my God, that person started with nothing and has achieved a massive amount in their life. And there's common traits amongst all the ones that are successful. The habits, the way they go about work, the motivation, the drive, like numerous things that little seeds in there. So yeah, definitely last 5 years, podcast, reading books, even though that's, I dyslexic, but I can still read, quite slow, but do like make little notes in the margins of the books and things like that as well. So I've got not an extensive bookshelf now with like business books and personal development books and time management books, and not like you at the moment with some history books about
something a bit different.
Yeah, so but you can still take learnings from that.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, definitely working on myself over the last 5 years, it's had a positive impact.
Yeah, I think I definitely I wish I'd done more when I was younger.
Earlier,
yeah. But I probably wasn't ready for it.
No.
I was in the grind phase of business. I was like in the trenches, gritting my teeth, getting through it, learning by failure, and all those kind of periods. But I think, sorry, go on.
What do you think it is, that eye-opening moment where you go, I need to change something here?
Well, that's the point of this episode. Well, two things. Like, you have to fail.
Yeah.
I think you have to fuck up. And that's either a big failure. I think it's got to be a big failure, or it was for me. Maybe not. Or you need to have a moment of epiphany, which isn't related to failure, but like a realization that, wait a minute, this person that I've met or I'm spending time with, they're approaching this differently to how I am. Why am I not approaching it the way that person is? I need to step up.
Yeah.
For me, what happened was, stumbled upon James Sinclair's content, and he, up until that point in my professional career, I was doing well, but and this is probably 3 years ago now when I found his content, but people used to describe me as being a strange person.
Yeah.
And I know I am.
Yeah.
I know I'm weird, and that's fine. Like, unsubscribe.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, like I think I'm different, I'm unique, but listening to James Sinclair's podcast, I was like, wait a minute. There's other weirdos.
People. Yeah, there's other people like me.
There's other, and then now I identify as an entrepreneur, not a weirdo.
Yeah, fair, yeah.
So, but listening to James's content, and I don't know if anyone, I'm sure people listening have kind of come across him, and he's on this like trajectory of growth now.
Yeah, he's got
he's interviewing
great
some
content.
really great entrepreneurial people. But the thing I like about him, he's patriotic, he's passionate about the UK. There's no bullshit filter. Yeah,
that's a good point. Yeah.
He really goes after it. He's honest.
Yeah.
He's candid. So when people ask him questions at his events, there's no bullshit filter. Like, he'd probably get cancelled at some point for saying something, possibly. But he will in today's world, but maybe in the future not. And I think also his content and my interactions with him, because I've been to his events and I've got his number, and I don't message him regularly, but I just send him the odd message where I'll be like, I think that was great, or FYI, we're doing this. And for me, that little check-in has been really important. I'm in a fortunate position where I've got that access, and we're not mates, but I can just chuck that out there. But consuming his content, being at his events, for me, it was a moment of like a turning point in my head, where like, I'm not strange. This is quite normal.
Yeah.
And also, I need to remove the limits I've put on myself.
Yeah.
So rather than the goal being 25 million quid turnover, the goal needs to be 50 million pound turnover.
Yeah. think bigger and bolder.
Yeah, think bigger and you'll move quicker. I think he's exceptional.
Yeah.
I don't think he's like perfect.
No.
I'm sure there's things that he does that he's got his idiosyncrasies and he's got things that he's not great at. But what I've noticed is that he's consistent.
Mm-hmm.
He's disciplined. And I suspect he's worked hard on his weak points over the years. Like he's 40. I think he'll be a billionaire. I do.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, I think he's on that trajectory. He's definitely going to hit £100 million turnover in the next year or two.
Yeah.
Couple of years. He's moving, he's making moves. And I really respect the fact that he is taking the time to do the events. They're not heavy sales.
There's no real selling in it, I don't think.
There's no real selling. Like he'll try and get you to sign up to his Entrepreneurs University and he'll get you to go to more events.
Yeah.
But I think he's genuinely producing that content for the right reasons.
Yeah.
Which inspired me to do this.
Yeah.
And this is a different style to his podcast. He gets people on and gives them constructive advice about their businesses. We talk about topics and subjects and share our opinions. It's a different type of, like ours is like a chat podcast kind of thing.
Yeah.
But that inspired me to do it because it was like, why shouldn't I do it?
Yeah. Why not?
But go into his events, but try and find, and it might not be James Sinclair, but try and find a business owner locally or try and find someone online that you can listen to their content and consume it. The American guys, like on there, they're a bit fucking.
I mean, it's hard to relate to, unfortunately, for me. Because it's a little bit different than listening to someone like James Sinclair running a UK business in the same, having the same economic pressures, same taxation system. It's a lot more relatable than someone talking about what's happening over in America. Yeah,
100%. So, if you've not checked out James Sinclair's content, I'd recommend it. I'm sure most of the people that are listening to
probably come across him.
Yeah, they will have.
That's interesting though, because a few years back when we'd met previously, haven't we? You come to our place to look at warehouse management system, but we sort of rekindled and re-met at it was a networking event, and one of the things we were talking about, you gave me a lift home from it, I remember, was podcasts and who'd you listen to? And it was like, I listened to this guy called James Sinclair, and you were like, oh, I do too.
That was mad. Yeah.
And it was something that struck up in common. And then we went on, we bought tickets to go on the coach day that he put together.
Yeah.
I think it might have been the first or the second one he'd ever done. And we travelled down together and did that. But I remember telling people like about going to these events and seminars.
Yeah.
And people looked at me like I was a weirdo. Like, what do you mean you're going on a coach trip to look at someone else's business? I was like, yeah, there's great value in that. Like, and that's the difference when you're on these events or seminars, you're surrounded by like-minded people because they've actually stumped up money to be there, took the time out of their working week or weekend to travel and go to the event for the day or 2-day event like we've done before. Other people wouldn't even entertain it. They'd think, why would I do that? Like, but there's massive amounts of value and the networking opportunities that arise from it.
Yeah, no, I think it's interesting that we met at a networking event. Well, we knew each other. Yeah, it was a Dark Horse event. Who we've we've spoken highly of on this podcast.
Yeah,
great
brilliant.
guys. Yeah. Not been hit with those legal handcuffs yet. Waiting to get sued. I think James's content is unique. I don't think there's anyone else like him in the UK. There's other like entrepreneurial people that've got podcasts, but it's just a bit boring.
Yeah.
Like he's an entertaining guy. He's a former clown.
Yeah. Which probably helps add to the entertainment factor.
I mean, I'm a little bit intimidated by him and his personality, to be honest with you, because I just think he's like, he's an intense guy, but massive respect for him. Yeah, I've learnt a lot from him, and I think I've done all of his events now. I probably won't do business master. I might do business masterclass next year. I think for me, I've done 2 of them now. I got a lot from the last event that I went to, which was the Investorpreneur event. That was really nice because it was a smaller group of people. I suspect at some point he won't be doing the smaller ones. It'll just be the big ones. Yeah. Because he's just going to grow. I think he's a great asset to entrepreneurship in the UK. Yeah. 100%. So check his content out. There's a little ad for James Sinclair. You know what? I just wanted to give him that nod. And I know he's got, and it, probably not tremendous value from someone like me, but like I would say we represent his audience quite well.
Yeah.
In terms of the size of our business, where we want to go, how we want to grow. And whenever I go to his events, there's always these really great people with really interesting businesses that are hungry and they're not trying to sell shit to you.
No.
So I would make sure that you guys listen to his podcast, but also go to his events.
Yeah.
100%. Morgan, you should go to one of James Sinclair's events. I would really strongly recommend it.
Absolutely. You have to let me know when the next one is.
Yeah, I mean, they're not cheap. They're a few £100, but it's a worthwhile investment.
Yeah, definitely.
For sure.
Maybe we'll gift an event to Morgan.
Yeah.
Nice. I will. I'll
Maybe
have to
we'll
find
drag him
something
along
to
to
sweeten the deal for you guys.
Well, you do a great job anyway, and this podcast is constantly improving. Like, we've got this wide-angle camera lens now where you get to see the full set. I mean, talk about marginal gains and improvement. I've taken a lot of satisfaction, and I don't want you to respond to this, Morgan, but I just want you to take the compliment. Like, I get a lot of personal satisfaction seeing Morgan's business grow, and like he's got 10,000 hours in filming, and recording. He knows his shit. He doesn't have 10,000 hours in business yet.
No, not yet. Yeah.
And it's nice seeing someone having a go, learning, evolving, growing. But that's what we're all trying to do.
Yeah, all the time.
Do you know what I mean? Like Cheshire Podcast Studio it could be a great business in 10 years' time.
Yeah.
If he sticks at it, if he's consistent, if he's disciplined. And I think you've got the right habits there. You just need to keep at it with those things, but it's hard. And these kind of events and the energy that you get from going seeing James Sinclair or listening to this type of content and consuming it and being like open to growth and improvement and feedback as a business owner is so important.
For sure. I mean, I'm thinking about I'm actually in talks with some guys about potentially investment in some commercial spaces that I could then turn into like multiple podcast studios. But I think at the moment I'm wanting to slowly and steadily grow this, make some mistakes. But then also, if I'm going to get investment, kind of go big and potentially open like 2 to 3. But I need to make those mistakes. I need to kind of make sure that it's efficient before I do that, to make sure the money is spent
100%.
well.
You need to prove the model to yourself. You need to kind of go slow to be able to go fast.
Yeah.
Like, that's something that me and you've learned over the years, like however many years deep we are now in the e-commerce game. Like, we've had to learn the hard way that you have to go slow to go fast. You do see these and hear these unicorns that have gone from X to Y in a short space of time, sold the business. It's like, great, okay, but you are the 0.01% of the 1%.
Yeah.
James Sinclair, the thing I love about his content is the fact that he's in it still.
He's still doing it.
His singular business is not coaching and mentoring.
No.
He's in there right now dealing with the fucking problems, having to pay £1 million a month out on fucking payroll. His business is turning 50 million quid. He's not the biggest.
What is his business?
He's got a multitude of different businesses, actually. He's got online retail. He's got food wholesale. He owns a farm park attraction. He's got an ice cream factory. It's all in and around location-based businesses and supplying goods to those businesses. So it's kind of like quite a nicheified ecosystem. But
It's interesting. Well, I really like watching, obviously, listen to the podcast, and you can watch it on YouTube as well, can't you?
Yeah.
But I like watching the day in the life of.
Yeah, his YouTube content's great. He's got a guy called Chuds who's top tier.
Yeah.
Like, Chuds is obviously a very talented guy, but willing to put the fucking work in and graft it out. So yeah, that's our little fanboy episode for James Sinclair.
Yeah, no, it's good. No, it's worth, because we've both got that in common, that we really enjoy consuming that content.
He's maybe not for everyone. I sent someone one of his episodes, and she messaged me back and was like, "I can't fucking stand the guy." And I was like, and I get it, because he's a former clown, and I think it's all the segments on the podcast.
Yeah, I quite like them though.
I quite like them, but I think it's because we know him.
Yeah, fair.
We understand his humour.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try and encourage. I'll go back to that person and challenge them to watch 3 episodes.
Yeah.
See if she can grim and bear some of his jokes.
Yeah.
But
there's great value on that podcast. He's had some great guests on. In the archive is probably hundreds of episodes long now.
Yeah, I don't know how many episodes he's done. He's done several hundred. I mean, I've been on it. I went
Yeah,
on it.
yeah.
You need to go on that podcast.
Yeah, no,
And just get your laundry out and we could share some problems.
yeah.
Because basically he gets you on the podcast and he challenges you to air your problems.
Yeah.
And he'll give you some very candid feedback. He can be pretty harsh, to be honest with you. And I think sometimes he's tired and he doesn't operate 10 out of 10. But that's great because you're seeing that he's human.
Yeah, it's authentic, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very authentic. I like it. So yeah, I mean, this episode, it was about like why we should learn. And I just wanted to give a real kind of good overview / review of his thing. And I think, and it's like almost like let's record the time and date and say like we're in 2026. I think he's going to be a fucking great guy. Like in terms of his business story over the next 10 years. He's 40 now. I think he could be a billionaire 100%. So interesting one to watch.
Agree.
And a great British entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Chat GPT question of the week.
Hit me with it.
This is actually, Morgan commented on this beforehand, so it's quite interesting that it's interlinked. But what's the best business idea or mindset shift you've picked up from someone else recently? So I'll let you go first, Tom. So business idea or mind shift. So Morgan asked beforehand for context, like, we should do a segment at the end of each episode where you talk about a business idea, something that you someone could copy, steal, and deploy and set up a business from. But this is more about like maybe a system or a change in your business or a mindset shift. So what can you think of recently?
I mean, I went out for a lunch with a very, very successful business owner. He's got multiple businesses in similar-ish niches.
This is Paint Man.
Yeah. Paints and plastics and things like that.
I won't name him, but he specialises in paint.
mega successful.
Yeah.
And I know he was looking at potentially selling his business at one point.
Did he
Now
live in
he's
Cheshire.
Pardon?
Did that? I did.
Don't
work
name him.
Okay, I'm not going to name him.
Yeah. And then he was potentially looking at exiting the whole thing, and big payday. And then he's turned into actually no, he's gone hungry again. He's like, no, I'm going to grow this, and
going again.
He's
going phase 2.
But phase 2, and he's doing it by acquisition. Well, a lot of it by acquisition. Yeah. And I'm like, he's still young. He's late 50s. And I'm like, bloody hell, he's actually got the hunger. But what I took from that is he was like, well, why would I want to start a new business when I can acquire that one over there that's doing £10 million, fold it into my, existing businesses. I can strip out loads of costs, make it uber profitable. And I'm like, right, that's interesting. As opposed to trying to grow by recruit for me and, our business grow by recruiting more brands and X, Y, and Z. Look just to acquire something else that's,
we're at that stage
similar
now.
size.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a big learning for me.
There's different tiers to business, like Morgan was saying then, like you can go down investment and stuff at the early stage, but actually you've got to like fucking grind it out for a bit.
Yeah.
We're at the tier now where we can acquire another business or acquire something that can roll into the empire or something different and what have you. So yeah, I'd agree with that. That's a really good point from a recent thing that you've learned. I think for me, I just want to challenge myself more. So mindset shift. I just want to, like listening to James Sinclair's content, I just need to keep pushing 100% and challenging myself. And when I get to the point of like, imposter syndrome or maybe like fatigue, I need to go, right, no, come on, Matt, you need to fucking keep on with this. Like, keep going. Go on, Morgan. What do you reckon from your end? Like, not a new business idea, but like something that you're looking to implement, pivot, tweak with your business, or a mindset shift and something that you're going to try and do as we head out of January into February?
I think human-led AI automation. So like AI automation that is kind of you're using a human to keep an eye on everything. And so the humans are linking those automations. I think that's one of the key things, is to make sure that those automations aren't implemented kind of blindly, but in fact they're supported in the same way. If you employ somebody new, you don't just give them a job and just let them free on it. You have to keep an eye on them to start with, and I think that's really important. And so making sure to implement significant levels of AI. However, Yeah, because you could, I suppose, when someone books in with you, you could have
it wouldn't even necessarily be AI, but like an email flow where as soon as they book, they get an email chain, like and it triggers on so many days before the actual thing, and then on the day of arrival, when the podcast recording day is scheduled, they get an email at 5 a.m. So the first mailbox thing, it's like, oh, this is what today is going to look like.
Your arrival check-in process.
Arrival check-in process, not those things, and leverage an AI to do that.
Yeah, having as well as that, having, for example, an AI bot to answer any questions. So, for example, there's, FAQs, if I could have a bot, which is like, okay, so what do I do when I arrive at this time? And then that bot's going to then tell you all those things. And then if I'm not available in that moment, there's that instant answer.
I know a great one that is really, really good. I'm not going to say it publicly because I don't want the competitors to steal it that listens to this podcast. But if you message me, DM me on Instagram, I'll tell you. But Morgan, remind me afterwards and I'll share the name of the software. Good. That's great. That's good. So that's ChatGPT question of the week. I think ChatGPT is doing a better job with these questions now.
Yeah, it's honing in now.
Yeah, he's getting a bit better. Yeah. Still needs to iron out the creases a little bit, and I've give him some fucking candid feedback. He gets it. Yeah, he gets unfiltered, Matt.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, there we are. So yeah, hopefully people found this episode. I mean, there's a bit of I think just a bit of a feedback after that James Sinclair seminar, and also challenging people to go out and do those types of things. I think is massive. Yeah, so yeah, leave it there. Cheers, guys. Thanks for listening.
Thank you.